What's up, everybody? I'm Jay Gott with another video. Hopefully be kind of quick, but I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. So the topic at hand is psNOW versus backwards compatibility, referring to the Xbox One. Now I'm going to just go ahead and start with the Xbox One having this feature because it just rolled out. It's something new, and I think it's pretty cool for the time being. Now, I think being able to play older titles on a newer piece of hardware it's important, but at the same time, it's not that important either. Now, the reason why I say that is because I own the PS3, the fatty. Well, I own a PS4, but I have a PS3, the fatty, that's able to play the PS1, PS2, and obviously PS3 games. Now, owning this piece of hardware that's able to do that, I have not really found a lot of need to play older titles. Now, yes, have I played them? Yeah, I have, but I haven't played them in a high extent to where, you know, I really need to have this feature. And I understand why the PS4 does not have the PS3 backwards compatibility like embedded into it. Is primarily due to the architecture of the console itself. You know, the cell processor being its own beast, and of course now PS4 is based on x86, which is kind of too different. And and to emulate something like that, I don't know if the processor in the PS4 is capable of doing it. Like, it's having enough horsepower to emulate something older. But that's a whole nother technical topic that I really don't want to dive into because I don't know too much about that technical part. But again, when I first got my PS3, I really didn't find myself playing a lot of older titles on it. Now, that could be due to the case that the PS2 did not have a lot of online titles, like online multiplayer games. Maybe that could be one reason why I didn't look into it, to do it a whole lot, and maybe for the Xbox One, people that do have one, why they may want to play older titles, because they can relive those online moments with a newer piece of hardware. Only the drawback that I see that the backwards compatibility has from the Xbox One side is that, yeah, it's emulated, it's no big deal though, but it's not really giving any new improvements to what the older it's not giving any new improvements on older titles on a new piece of hardware. For those that may play emulators on the PC, you notice that you could either use the classic look, with all the jaggies and such like that, or you can use your graphics card or the GPU, or even just your PC's hardware to upscale the graphics to at least smooth out all the edges, at least play at what is known nowadays as HD. So I don't really see that being done with the Xbox One backwards compatibility. It's a cool feature though, but it's not really adding any new technicality to the game that you're playing. That's the only thing I don't see happening. Now, of course, they got to go to the developers and ask them if, hey, can we get your title on this list? Then Red Dead's being one of the number ones. And honestly, if I was Rockstar, I'll tell Microsoft no, because I know that since a lot of people want to get this game, I'll just re-release it because they'll buy it. Why? Because they want it. It's more of a marketing thing. It's a business. It's about making money. So people may look at that as being, as kind of messed up though. But hey, it's all about the dollar at the end of the day. So they know people are thirsty for it. So let's crunch that thirst by re-releasing it. So, but not to go off on a tangent on that though. But that's one thing that Xbox One having backwards compatibility. It's cool, but I mean, it's cool. I'll leave it as that. Now, going to the psNOW and how it's streamed, okay? Some people may not like the service that is offering, seeing that some of the titles they have don't really appeal to them. And that's opinionated, obviously. But I think the overall grand scheme of things and Sony's future plan of psNOW is more or less future-proofing themselves. Right, yeah, psNOW right now might be rocky for some, but not most, meaning the connection and the latency. But let's not forget how YouTube started. Let's not forget how Netflix started. Let's not forget how Hulu started. Let's not forget how Pandora started. These other streaming services, they all had the same rocky start as psNOW. Now, I'm not trying to damage control to say, hey, it's okay that Sony's going to do these hardships with their service. It's not really all that bad, even during the beta stage. Maybe because my connection is the time is pretty good, and even now it's excellent. But the thing is that people forget how things were when they first started. And the thing is that Netflix now is freaking awesome. I mean, like, let's just call it what it is. YouTube is awesome the way it streams. So Sony doing psNOW early and trying to work out all the bugs is going to just benefit them later. And I believe that the later you're going to be able to rent games that are just now coming out. In other words, you can GameFly games through PSN. As psNOW. Matter of fact, I believe Netflix is looking into doing some game streaming in the future. So, you know, there is a market for it. And I believe Sony is going to be trying to set the footprint in that area or in that space to try to prepare this up to the future. Because look, everything's being streamed nowadays. Hell, you're listening and watching this video through a stream. You're not downloading this to play it on older hardware. You know what I mean? You're just watching and listening into a stream. So Sony doing this is just benefiting them later. We don't see it now because they're just planting the seed. Later on in the future, a year from now, 2 years from now, it all makes sense. And some things Sony does to us right now may not make much of sense in the now, but Sony as a business is planning for the future. You know, so I'm more for psNOW versus backwards compatibility on the Xbox. And it's kind of I sound kind of hypocritical saying that because I'm a PC guy and I can play any game I want, current or sorry, phone call. I can play current or things in the past. So, but streaming is what's going to be the thing nowadays. So that's where I stand about it. I'm more towards psNOW versus backwards compatibility on the Xbox. But at the same time, I sound kind of hypocritical. But just hear what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Just hear what I'm saying. But anyways, that's my thoughts on it. I don't hope it make the video too long. But anyways, I'm Jay Gott. I'm out. Peace.